Hi, everyone. Welcome to The Chosen Few. Let's just dive right into it. Let's check in on these beautiful people, these wonderful people, and also let's get some beliefs from them and all that good stuff. Yeah. Timothy.
Hello. All right. Okay, well, my guiding light is the same. Timothy abhors the loss of innocent life. He will jeopardize himself and the mission to save even one life. And my beliefs have been reworked a little bit since we're going to a new place. Number one is, well, here we move, and the brain shrimp are still unsettled. Timothy will work with Thea to hide them on the boat and reach out to his scientific community colleagues in Chalestra.
Beautiful.
Uh,
That's
number, sorry, go ahead.
that's intriguing. I like it. Yeah, I like it.
And number two, Timothy is somewhat hesitant to return to Chalestra. He hasn't been there since, or he hasn't seen his wife, or been under the martial rule of Magli Black Ice, and sorry, I didn't finish writing this one. I think he is going to try approaching his wife, his estranged wife, is what
Are
I'm.
we? Let me just check in quickly as a group. Are we actually planning on getting to Chalestra today? I was under the impression that we had some like last minute errands to finish up before we left the Kabah. Sorry, not before we left Terravest.
There's a few things left to do for sure, and it might be hard to get. I mean, I would say it would be nice to get on the boat today, but
that's sort of where I was
even
at.
that we'll see.
Okay, let me rework this one, and I will get back to you.
Sounds good. Does that feel about right for everyone though? Just to check in. What notices? I don't know. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Your beliefs, Thea.
Oh, sorry. Okay, my guiding light is the same. Thea just wants to kind of get closer to everybody in the team since they are the most important people in her life right now. So belief one, she wants to further investigate who this prince, who no longer a prince is, and help solve Kasher's murder. Belief two, she still wants to figure out what the conspiracy against the brain shrimp is and kind of help them find new homes.
I love that. I think that's great. Selexa.
Okay, so her guiding light is that she is just trying to live up to her great grandmother's legacy and prove her worth. Her belief one, she thinks that the captive assassin can lead the party to an important clue. So she's going to work with Thea to free him and follow him.
I like it.
And then belief two, I was kind of torn between two here. I guess, yeah, she also, but this is kind of a holdover from last week, that she believes that the key to understanding this intrigue may be in Racy. And so she's going to, I haven't quite worded it yet, but she's going to basically try and get them on the ship. So that means talking to the party, talking to Oceana, and try and get them on the way to Racy.
Perfect. Sounds wonderful. Nova.
Mine are, I don't know. I don't feel strongly about mine, but my guiding light is the same. Nova will throw herself into danger to protect her friends. My belief one, with the idea that we'd be going on the ship today, was Nova does not trust Oceana or the pirates and will do some snooping, possibly with Thea, to find out what she can about her. And then belief two, Nova's never been to Chalestra before. She will find out what she can about the place they're going to, potentially aided by Timothy.
Yeah, I think the second one definitely works, right? If you're heading towards Chalestra, like doing the research before you get on the boat, it makes perfect sense. Talking to Timothy makes perfect sense. I like it. The first one, I could see us getting there, but I don't know exactly how the episode's going to go. So it feels slightly fast to me, but we'll see. Let's check in again with Timothy.
Yeah. My second belief now is Timothy feels a little guilty about immediately betraying the trust of Mela Stepwise. Her words have made him reconsider whether or not he can actually trust some members of his team. He will start vetting them individually.
Ooh, I like it. That's a powerful thing. Yeah, it's interesting because of course you five were sort of thrown together. There's a state of thrownness here, and some of you knew each other a little bit, but not like well. And so it's a new world there. I like that.
What, Timothy doesn't think that he can trust everybody? That's absurd.
Speaking of which, we do have another event happening today. Obviously, last time it was the murder of Casher, and that sort of the investigation took over a lot of our action that episode. But today, I tell us the whole stream. Unfortunately, Evan Khan, who plays our wonderful Caliban, unfortunately is going to resign from the campaign for now, at least. He is finding that jobs are picking up in a way that he had not expected, and that is great, and we're very glad for him. But a lot of the jobs tend to conflict with our Sunday playtime. We're very pleased for him and glad that he is that his life is going well. That's a good thing. But of course, we will miss him here immensely, and so today will also be, in some sense, Caliban's retirement from the show. He will still, of course, be an NPC. He exists in the world. And we'll figure out what happens, but he's probably not going to go with you guys to Chalestra. Just a guess. Let's see. Nova, do you have a further thoughts, or are you going to stick with your beliefs? It's fine if you do, of course. You can.
I think I can stick with it. I think there's some stuff I could potentially do with it this session.
I actually, on further reflection, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I like it. Certainly, we can work towards it, if not accomplish it. Okay. So, evening, if that's all right, before the ship leaves, and Slexa, you are, I think, in this episode, the one who is driving the action towards the boat, and everyone else has beliefs about the boat. So let's start with you approaching the team about going to Chalestra, and we can have this conversation. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, I can't. Did it feel like we had this conversation kind of last time? I felt like we got everybody on board, so to speak.
Okay, never mind. I take it back. Well, then I think what we'll start then with is some meta stuff for just a second. Alexa, one of your sending stones starts vibrating. The one that is connected to Nuja.
Oh, do I have that one? I think.
Oh, never mind. I take it back. Nova. I apologize. Wow, my notes are wrong. Good to know. Nova, your sending stone connected to Nuja starts vibrating.
It's smart that you keep it on vibrate. It's a good idea.
Is anyone around with me when this happens?
Like to be around you. Anyone you'd like to be around you can be around you.
Timothy, the one from Nuja's going off. What do I do?
Come with me to my room. There's something there that will help. I can't explain it about it yet, but come with me.
Okay.
We go back into the room, and I think there's the dome of whatever it is, like silence or protection from scrying or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still up there. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Yeah, massive shield in the room that sort of you walk into, and like suddenly you can't hear the outside world.
All right. So I think we're safe in here. I don't know exactly how this works, but answer it.
Hello? I hold the rock up to my head.
Hello, Nova. How are you?
I'm okay. What can I help you with?
How goes the investigation into Casher's murder?
Well, he's still dead. And we think it has something to do with a prince from Chalestra.
I will never understand people outside the Kava. Do you have Caliban nearby?
I'll go get him. I hand the stone to Timothy.
Hello.
Timothy, hi, how are you?
I'm doing well.
How goes your research into our friends?
I've been a bit busy. I'm going to pick up on that tomorrow. They are safe for the moment. How goes things in the Kva on that front? Have you come out about it?
We haven't yet. The war is more pressing at this time.
Anything else we should know while I have you?
The death of Kasher was a blow. We've begun invasion procedures.
Yeah. Okay. Oh dear. Could you potentially reconsider?
Is Caliban there?
He's coming, I think.
I come back with Caliban.
Caliban enters into the bubble. Sort of, I think he pauses and looks at it for a second, and just sort of glances around and then walks in.
Here's Caliban. Thanks.
Caliban takes it. Hello? He's silent and sort of stares into the distance for a little bit. You can't hear Nusha, of course. I see. You know that I am opposed? I see. His eyes go wide. And he says, interesting. How much time do I... Oh. And he looks at the two of you in the room, and you see like a slightly pained expression across his face. And then he says, it will be my honor. And he nods. And then he takes down the stone, stops holding it. It seems I won't be traveling with you.
What?
Where are you going?
Nowhere. I'm staying here. Someone has to pick up where Kasher left off. Nusha has asked me to represent the Kava in negotiations.
Wow, that seems like quite the honor.
It is a real chance to go somewhere.
That sounds like what you wanted.
Perhaps not in the form that I anticipated, but yes, I think it is something. The Kava still has many secrets. Perhaps on the inside I can uncover more of them.
Well, good luck. Don't get assassinated, would be my advice.
I worry more about having my mind taken over. But it'll be fine.
What do you mean by that?
The brain shrimp.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Just checking.
We're taking the brain shrimp with us, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, you think they don't have more in the Kava?
I mean, we know they do, but you're staying here. You'll be fine.
Nuja is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
She has now hired me, or asked me, to take on this massive responsibility. Don't you think she'd trust me more if I was one of those things?
Yes. Well, we can make that happen. We have several unhoused.
I still think we should exterminate them all.
And that's why we're taking them with us.
Yes. Clearly. I should speak to Thea and Celexa as well. But Timothy, Nova, we've been through a lot together. I know we don't always see in the same direction, but I will always be your ally. And I won't forget what has transpired. I should go find Thea and Celexa. And then he turns and leaves the room. Do you guys say anything to each other about this?
Bummer, man.
Yeah, I'll miss him mostly.
I liked Caliban.
Yeah, he was usually fine.
Okay. He goes and knocks on Selex's door. Is Selex there?
I think that I'm guessing that Celexa and Thea are probably planning right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Sure. Let's say Thea and Celexa are in Selexa's room.
Is that okay?
That's fine. Yeah.
Knocks on the door.
Okay. Alexa goes to open it. Oh. Hi. We were just talking. I mean, is this important?
Yes. Can I come in just for a minute?
Well, sure, I guess. See, it's this guy.
Oh, yeah, hey, Caliban.
He walks into the room. What does you guys' planning look like? Do you have like minis on the floor, like laying out a plan, or is it just like a discussion, or is there like a whiteboard that you guys are writing on, and like someone flips it over quickly, or like what's going on?
I think we're like drawing something, mapping something out.
I feel like there's like a notebook or something, and I'm guessing Thea is like with it while Celexa goes to open the door. So I don't know if you close it or what, or hide it, but
yeah.
I think it's with Thea.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I definitely close it as soon as you open the door, and I like hide it under the cushion I'm sitting on.
Yeah.
But there's like football plays, like diagrams, and you know.
Yeah, of course. So he walks in, tall, proud, and he says, "I'm not going with you to Gillestra."
I mean, but that's okay. Don't you want to find out what happened to? Don't you want to find out what happened to Kasher?
Nuja has requested that I take over as the ambassador of the Kabah.
Wow.
I'll be taking over for Kasher while you find out what happened.
Wow, that's huge.
It is. It really is, and it's a good opportunity.
So you're just gonna take it.
Yes. Wouldn't you?
You know, I don't know. I finally thought maybe we could count on you to help us with this.
What's that supposed to mean?
After all we've been through, and we're like in the middle of all of this, like, you know, they could find somebody else. She could send somebody else. You're not even from the Kava. You could come with us if you wanted to. But you'd rather stay here and I don't know.
I could go with you, and
Be
I would be just like you. Another person looking for answers. Here I have a position of status, of power, of influence. I could do things. I can affect the world tomorrow more than you'll be able to do in months.
Well, best of luck with that.
You could be happy for me.
I mean, I gotta ask, why? Yeah, why you? I mean, no offense, but
She believes I'll be fair. And she admits that her kind, he looks around looking for the trunk, doesn't see it because it's in Thea's room. Kind don't always understand things like this alliance. They work differently. So she needs someone who can think like them. And she asked me. She believed in me.
she asked for you because you think like them. But you don't even understand them.
I understand the rules of this world. So you two go off on your vengeance quest. I'll carry on the legacy.
Well, whatever helps you sleep at night, Caliban. I think you should go.
I knew this wouldn't go well. And he turns and leaves.
God, that dick.
Thea just says, that was weird, and then pulls out the notebook and opens it on the table.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we should. Thanks, Thea. We should do that.
We'll think about this later. Reflect on it later.
Yeah.
Okay. Timothy, you have a belief about interrogating some of your fellow friends.
Yes, I have. Hey, Nova, while I have you here, do you mind staying a little longer?
Okay.
Here, do you drink tea? Here, I recently came across this great recipe. Take a seat. Take a seat.
Okay.
You know, we've been together for several months here. I don't know a lot about you. Have you been in Chalestra before?
No, I was actually going to ask you about Chalestra.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what's it like?
I mean, I'm partial to it. Nice, nice weather. Well, rainy. Um, there are lots of kind of around the border region. There are interesting tribes, which I studied, and I mean, do you want to know about the fish or the people?
The people.
The people. Okay. I mean, I feel like they're a proud folk.
And what do you know about this specific place we're going? Racy? Is that right?
What out of game? What would I know?
I mean, yeah, you've certainly been there many times. You probably spent more time in Hillel, the College of Cities. Sorry, the City of Colleges. The Boston of our world. Racy is if San Francisco were capital.
Okay. Okay. Well, I've been there, a handful of times. It's a lovely city. It has a thriving, bustling culture. The people tend to be very accepting. A little quirky, but very accepting of others. So you get a lot of people who are drawn there because they want to take part in that culture.
And how do you think that those people are responding to this, big war thing?
Big war thing. Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you questions. This is not going well. I don't like I said, they are a proud people. We are a proud people, and times have been hard. Apparently, I was speaking with someone. Times have been hard, and they are kind of being driven toward the war because there's a famine, there's a plague, and they feel like they don't have any other options. If we could give them other options or something else to believe in, I think I'd like to think that they would want to avoid war as much as we do, or at least I do.
All right.
Does that answer your question?
I guess so. I think I'll have more questions later.
Okay. All right. Well, tit for tat, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So what did you do before you came here? Before we met up?
Well, I was part of the town guard, and I mean, no one else took the job seriously enough. I'll say that. I mean, sure, we're a small mining town, but stuff could happen at any moment, and they weren't prepared enough.
Okay. So let's say hypothetically your town were under siege or threatened to be attacked. You would what would you do? Would you A, attack preemptively, B, strengthen your defenses, or C, run away?
Oh, defenses for sure.
Okay. And have you ever been approached by anyone working for Magley Black Eyes?
What?
What?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well, that is good enough for me, I think. You have to know, all things considered, I don't know you that well. I mean, we've been through a lot, granted.
Yeah, you could say that.
I guess I felt bad. Mela Stepwise really kind of laid into me and said that I shouldn't have told you everything. So I just wanted to kind of cover my bases and see if that were true.
Oh, you can trust me for sure. I mean, I don't know about Celexa, but you can trust me for sure.
Do you have doubts?
I mean, she works with that lady, and I don't trust that lady.
Oh, that's right. Did you go investigate her earlier today?
Yeah, she's for sure some kind of spy. The lady, not Celexa. Who knows about her?
So you think I was right to not bring Celexa in earlier?
I mean, I don't know, but the people she works with, I don't trust.
Okay. What about Thea?
Oh, Thea's all right. She's always good to break in somewhere, and yeah, she's a good sport.
You know, you hear yourself, right? Like that doesn't sound the most trustworthy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not pretending.
Okay. All right. Well, before you go, I guess I'm one to talk, but you know, there's a Celestian saying that's like calling the fish calling the dolphin wet. Uh, I am getting into treasonous boundaries regions, and does that interest you? Any way you answer. No, go ahead.
What do you mean by treason?
What do I mean by treason? Seeking to depose the current leadership of a certain region.
Oh, like that Magley Black Ice guy?
Yeah, in not so many terms, yes.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay. All right. Fun. Okay. Well, I think I can trust you, but let's keep this between you and me for now, okay?
All right.
Okay.
So, all right. So you got plans?
Well,
Are you committing some treason?
Not yet. And shh.
Aren't we in this room where people can't hear us?
I don't know how it works. It doesn't have scales or feathers. This is lost on me.
All right. Well, that sounds fun. Keep me clued in.
I will. We'll do. Are you excited about this boat trip though?
Oh, I don't really like boats.
I don't mind the boats. It's just why aren't we taking why aren't we taking an airship, you know? Something seems sketchy.
What's Alexa's idea?
Who do you think I should talk to next, Thea or Celexa?
Thea?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Nova. Did you like the tea?
Yes. Nova hasn't touched the tea.
Okay. And we'll cut that scene there and go check in on Thea and Celexa planning.
Okay. So how are we gonna just let this guy out of the prison cell?
Well, so I think we should go and see if there's maybe there'll be a time when the guards aren't paying attention, or when they're maybe they'll be changed for a second or something. I don't know. And yeah, I have well, I could potentially make you invisible, right?
Yeah. And so you want me to just kind of open the cell?
Yeah, I think I think that's probably unless we can get our hands on a key, I think you'll probably be able to open it more easily than I can. So
Yeah.
yeah, so maybe I just make you invisible and then you let him out.
Yeah, and then we follow him from there.
Right. I can also I can be disguised.
Okay.
So I have an idea about that. Maybe we should be I guess we should go. I don't know if it's DM. Is it time? Like, is it night now? Can we make the time?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. So yeah, I think maybe if Timothy comes to find Thea or Celexa, we might already be gone.
Yeah, I like it. So Timothy, who do you go to find first?
Yeah, I would go to find Thea.
Okay. So you make your way to Thea's room, and she's not there. And what goes through your mind when she's not there? Are you considering? I'm going to ask this directly. Are you considering searching her room?
No, gosh, no.
I don't know. You're the one entering into the spy world for the first time. Celexa 100% would search her room. I think.
Oh, I know. As would Alabama. Maybe Nova too. I don't know. Like, oh, well, she's not in at the moment. Well, I'm sure she must be doing something important.
You do see the trunk with the brain trim.
What's that?
Did you see the trunk with the brain trim?
I see it.
Yeah, it's in her room.
Like through, like, oh, okay. Oh, is her door unlocked?
Oh, that's a good question. Is your door unlocked? Yeah.
I don't think I would leave it unlocked.
Never mind then. I take it all back.
Yeah. I'll leave a beautifully written note under the door.
Dear Thea, if you have a moment, I would appreciate the opportunity to commune with you honorably and favorably in my chambers. Please stop by when you get the chance. Sincerely, Timothy.
There you go.
I love it. Okay, and Select is also out. So we see Timothy sort of look for the two of you, but you are gone. Let's follow you guys then downstairs to the prison.
Yeah. So we let's see. Okay, so Celexa will probably make Thea invisible, right? And then she will I guess she's going to see if Selexa's going to see if she can somehow find like a window or something, some way that she can see into the prison, so she doesn't have to just walk in through the front door.
Yeah. So the way the prison's laid out, it's actually it's in like this gloriously nice building because again everything's like a converted old casino.
Right.
But because it's a converted old casino, there's also it was called the Velvet Chalestra. But because the converted old casino, it's like these huge, gorgeous, open rooms, very good, lots of light, lots of over-the-top decorations that are kind of gauche, but whatever. And then the prison is like the service area back in the back, where like you're supposed to hide servants, but also this was a very corrupt casino, so also the mafia people in this part of the world used it, and all sorts of things like that. So that's sort of the environment that we're getting there. We've got a lot of stone hallways that are sort of very claustrophobic in their vibe once you get outside of the public areas of the Velvet Celesta.
Okay. Yeah. So how I guess she's probably Celexa will probably just look like some kind of nondescript human person as she approaches. And so how do we need to talk to somebody to get in, or?
Yeah, so there are definitely guards at certain entrances to the surface area, but not all of them. But there's guards available to like see every entrance. So like they'll know if someone goes in to any of the surface entrances or the backstage areas, as it were. Theoretically, so you probably want to talk to a guard. Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise they'll like look at you and like they'll say, "Oh, someone entered that shouldn't have entered." So
Gotcha.
yeah.
I think what's going to happen instead is that the Alexa's imp is going to sneak behind one of the guards in the like kind of on an opposite side of the big open room, and start kind of bouncing around and making some noise back there.
Yeah.
And Celexa will actually, in the guise of a guard, will just stroll as the other guards are distracted. She will just stroll in, looking like a guard, into one of the unguarded beds.
Yeah, absolutely. So I feel like this is a pretty straightforward deception check with advantage.
Great.
First roll of the day.
How do we roll again? What game are we playing? Oh, seriously.
It's like you start putting beliefs in something. Is it burning wheel suddenly? Possibly. I don't know. 28. Beautiful. Yeah. So Thea, Invisible, and Celexa, disguised as a guard, walk casually in. They look and they nod. It's actually even better that you're disguised as a guard rather than invisible, because of course the door still opens when you're invisible. So like, but by seeing a guard over there and they're like they look like someone glances at you, but like they're like, okay, guard, no problem, and then they like go back to trying to deal with the chaos that is being caused right now, also by you. So it's like the perfect solution.
And yeah, and I guess we'll just, Thea, if you're amenable, we'll just progress to the appropriate cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this should be ideally around the time when Celexa has prearranged to have a gap in the guards.
Yeah, so you get to the hallway that is like right now the security hallway. There's actually not a lot of prisoners in general. Terravest isn't a place that has its seedy underbelly, but it's basically decided we can't actually deal with the seedy underbelly. So not a lot of prisoners. Most of the prisoners involved are involved in things like assassination attempts or coup attempts or things like that. Right now, there's an intent to have like a international war criminal prison or something like that, like the Hague, but they haven't really started it yet. And this is just like, again, the back room of the casino. So you head to the place. They put a desk in this hallway for like a sentry guard to be seated at, and like keep an eye just on the hallway broadly for shifts, because nothing ever happens here. And you get there, and the guy is already is asleep. He's passed out on the desk.
Perfect.
So yeah, I think we'll just walk right past.
Yeah.
So the guy sleeping at the desk, can I see? Are his keys like on his belt or in there, like in his pocket or something?
Yeah, there are keys that are on his belt. You could detach them from that, though. You've got a cut purse abilities if you wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take the key.
Why don't you roll sleight of hand? Yeah. So you slight. You grab the key from the belt, taking it with you, and now have this this key should you need it.
Cool.
So you guys walk down the hallway and approach the cell where our assassin was. And earlier he was intimidated severely by Celexa. But now he's just sort of sitting there, smiling placidly in the distance.
So Celexa, before she appears in the door, she's going to once again change her appearance, and she will look like a lizard folk in like a fine black robe with like a gold clasp and a hood like partially covering her face, but clearly a lizard folk. And she's going to just dip silently into the room and put her finger to her lips, looking at him.
He looks at you. He doesn't say anything because you've put your finger to your lips. He looks at you questioningly and goes,
So Alexa, so she steps back out and she gestures to Thea to go in.
Okay, then I just go in and
Thea's invisible. So Thea goes in and you just unlock the door. And he is surprised and stands up and looks at the door and walks forward and taps and pushes it. Swings open. Walks forward. And I think there's that moment where we see that he almost walks into Thea. But Thea, you back away carefully to the side. And he walks forward and sees Celexa and her lizard folk guys.
I think Celexa, by the time that he walks out, she is already she's already the figure of a guard walking back down the hall where they came and like leaving.
Yeah, he glances both ways down the hall and then sort of looks back at the cell for a second. Shrugs and starts walking down the hall the other way, away from the guard. Not too fast, not too slow, just starts casually walking.
yeah, I think I follow, and just so Celexa can find us later, I think I'm leaving a trail of like breadcrumbs, just like enough so she can actually follow it.
Yeah, is it literally breadcrumbs?
Yeah, I think that was available. So
of course, yeah. What? Tell me when you got this bread.
I think let's see, where are we now? What were we doing? I think we just like ordered dinner, to the room or something. Just like, oh yeah, we need like an extra loaf. Like we're really hungry.
Sounds good to me. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you leave some breadcrumbs there to follow, and you start walking down the hallway after him. Why don't you roll a stealth check for me? Yeah, why don't you just roll a stealth check for me? Normally I give you advantage because you're invisible, but I think leaving breadcrumbs behind is enough to make it a straight roll.
Okay.
15 is good enough. We will take it.
So Celexa also can she would probably, before she went too far, she would probably ask Thea via message and just say, is he coming? Or...
Yeah, he's going down the hall.
He's going away though, just to be clear.
He's going away down the hall.
Okay. Okay, so I think okay, sounds good. You guys continue. Celexa will have something to do when at some point when you're done.
All good. So he's continuing down the hall and looks back behind him every once in a while. It basically just keeps walking down the hall very casually. And he gets to the far end. And you see that there are multiple. Sorry, there's not multiple entrances. Sorry, there's multiple cells. But he just walks up to the wall and very carefully just starts running his fingers along it, very delicately. And then you hear him like exhale a sniff, be like a chuckle, except it's not very loud. And then you hear a chink, and a secret door opens up in the stone, and before him.
Okay. Does he go through?
He's about to, yeah. So he goes through and starts walking down another hallway. It really looks exactly the same as this one, and closes the door. He's going to close the door behind him.
Can I slip in before he closes it?
Make a dexterity saving throw. Ooh. So you make it through, but this is going to force a second stealth check to see if he notices you.
Okay. Come on, stealth.
So we get that moment where you, like, to get through, you have to get really close to him, and I think you scrape his hand. And he does that thing where he like looks around, and we get that shot where the camera sees him just like looking and seeing nothing, and then the camera turns and it looks back and it sees you, and like he's like an inch from your face, and you are just standing there. What are you doing to be particularly quiet at this moment while invisible?
I think I'm holding my breath, like, and just try not to move at all, not create any wind or anything.
Yeah, so you're incredibly still, and he's just sort of looking around. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Don't know who that woman was. Fair enough. And he turns and starts walking away. And now, like, his walk has gone from like very casual to like almost jaunty, and he starts whistling. Right. Keeps walking down and finds another doorway, and but this one not secret at all, and just carefully opens it, peers out, and then flings it open and walks into the public areas of this building, finding another entrance. He walks out and starts just making his way around, and is going to head downstairs and out. Is what it looks like to you.
Cool. Yeah, just keep following him.
Yeah, perfect. So you continue to follow him, and he makes his way towards the seedier areas that you guys have been, but not all people have been. But he's making his way down there when he comes across a stand that is selling fish to market, and it's looking like it's a slow business day. But he comes and looks at the fisherman and says, "Hey." And the fisherman, she says, "Oh, hi." And he says, "I just give me a trout." And he tosses a bag to them. And she catches the bag and looks at it and says, "So it did not go as planned?" He says, "Nah, it didn't work out." "Very well. You still owe us the return payment." And he says, "I know. I'll find a way to make it up." "Very well." And he picks up a trout wrapped in paper and starts walking away.
Can I see where did she put the bag?
Yeah, she stuck it under her stall.
Is she doing anything else, or is she just like going back to selling?
She's going back to selling.
Wonder if I should.
You have a choice, him or her. I don't think you can do both.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna keep following him because I know where the stand is now.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So he makes his way, and he ends up actually at a place that's next door to where you guys did the fighting bit. He's right in that area, next door to it. It looks like a bad hotel, and he walks in, and the person there just sort of nods at him, and he nods back and heads upstairs. You've probably been following him for about 50 minutes now, and you would know that it still lasts an hour because we had to cross town and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. So I think then if I know it's gonna end soon, yeah, I'll just kind of take note of all right, he's staying here.
Mhm.
And maybe I go try to find Celexa.
Okay. That sounds like an excellent plan. Beautiful. Nova, we're going to check in with you before we check in with Alexa. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Early evening?
Hmm?
It's evening and or night. What do you want to be doing?
I would like to go to that bar that Oceana hangs out at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
I'd like to do some drinking and see if I can talk up some pirates.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love it. So you go out drinking. Always a good time, I guess. And yeah, popular place. Definitely lots of pirates here. No shyness about it. Most of them have some sort of weaponry on them, or are wearing things. A lot of them have fake teeth. There's eye patches and claws and peg legs. All those stereotypical pirate stuff because pirates are great. And yeah, so here's where you are. And you enter, and no one stops you from entering, but definitely there's that moment where like every person in the bar like puts either one or two eyes on you just for a second before going back to it. What's your intention? Is to like make friends here? Is that your idea?
I would like to kind of chat up some pirates and see what Oceana's like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so they are relatively loyal. So are you tossing bribe money into this, or are you just chatting people up and trying to be charming?
I think I'd like to try to get someone drunk.
Absolutely. Yeah. Then I feel like that's manipulation. So let's roll a deception check.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. So there's a pirate. They're drunk. We will call her Sandra the One Leg.
All right.
And she very clearly has two legs.
It's an inside joke, I'm sure.
They all are. All the names, they're all inside jokes.
Yeah, so Sandra, the one leg. That's a good one.
I know.
Hey, what's it like working for Oceana?
Oh. Well. You know.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Well, there was this one time when we came across a giant octopus. Have you ever seen a giant octopus?
No. I've seen giant
octopuses. Do you know what an octopus is?
Yeah, I've heard of an octopus.
Well, this one was giant. Its tentacles were so long that they could wrap around the entirety of the ship. And Oceana decked it right in the face.
Really?
Yes. Right in the face.
And then what happened?
Well, then it went down.
Oh, okay.
And she let go of the ship. It knew that she was too big to capture.
Can I see if there's any truth to this story at all?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, this is pirate exaggeration, but definitely there's truth to the story. There definitely certainly was a giant octopus at some point, and Oceana definitely was the one who dealt the killing blow. She's really good. I mean, she's not Fabian, the legend, but she's really good.
Who's Fabian?
Fabian? Oh, he was the greatest pirate of all time. Sailed to the moon and conquered it, or something, and destroyed whole civilizations. Founded the pirate nation. Even I heard tell once sailed through the maelstrom.
Oh,
Ah,
and you said he founded the pirate nation?
yeah.
What's the pirate nation?
The best place in the world. Place where there are only the rules that you bring with you, nothing more. And the rules that you can enforce.
Where is it?
A secret island.
Oh.
Well, I can't be telling you about it. You're no pirate.
Oh, I could be a pirate.
You could be a pirate, but you're no pirate.
Oh, you can tell me. Come
I
on.
can't tell you.
Bartender, another round.
Yes! I like the way you think. Nova. I like the way you think. Another round. The round is poured.
So, this pirate nation, what kind of shenanigans go on at the pirate nation?
Booze and drugs and plenty of sex.
That sounds about right.
Hmm.
And is Fabian there?
No, he's a legend. He's retired.
Oh. When was the last time you've been to the pirate nation?
Oceana doesn't like going there much.
No? Is it part of Chalestra?
Well, it's not part of Chalestra. It's the pirate nation. It wouldn't be part of Chalestra's nation.
Oh, is it near Chalestra?
Well, yes. It's an
Okay.
island that was taken over and conquered for the pirates.
What's the weather like there?
Bit chilly.
Oh, all right. So,
Constant breeze, but invigorating.
invigorating breeze. Good for sailing.
Aye.
So, where's this pirate nation again?
South of Chalestra.
Okay. And what business does Oceana have in Racy?
She won't tell. I think she has a vendetta. Normally, pirates are very open and honest, but when they have revenge, sometimes it's personal.
Huh. Do you think it has something to do with that Magley Black Eyes fellow?
Oh, probably not. He's
No.
horrible, no good, awful Primarch, of course, but she was able to bully him into letters of marque and reprisal, so she's sanctioned officially.
All right. Any idea who Oceana might have a vendetta against?
No. She's not exactly the most forthright and sharing of types. Always got an angle, that one. And cunning, and smart, and beautiful, and powerful, and fast, and deadly. And I don't want to say too much.
Oh.
But the story is that she was birthed by the ocean itself. and that she is the revenge of the seas upon the civilizations that have laid waste to her. Her fury is that of the storm itself. And her beauty is the ocean under a clear, moonlit night. And her strength is the weight of a tidal wave. And her courage is as boundless as the sea's embrace.
Wow. She sounds like quite a lady.
She is. I'm lucky to be part of her fleet. Very lucky.
All right. Well, to Oceana.
To Oceana! And like as she shouts, as Sandra One Leg shouts this out, the entire bar just like freezes and to Oceana! It's just like this huge loud cry. And yeah. Do you feel like you got some information there?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Celexa.
Okay, well, okay, so Celexa, she wasn't sure how exactly the assassin would be leaving.
Mhm.
So I think her intention was to try and create a distraction or disturbance to sort of allow that to happen.
Perfect.
And so I think that that was going to happen once again with the aid of Kumi, who will who is going to throw a card from the deck of illusions and lead a little chase around part of the interior of the building, and hopefully distract a few guards in the process.
Yeah, so I think actually what we have here, if this is all right, obviously because we know that this already happened.
Right.
But I think what we have here is we have this moment where we get like this flashback, and we see like him. We see the assassin. He opens the door, but we're seeing him from the other side this time, and he peers in, like carefully looking around, and he doesn't see anyone. And we see this look of total surprise on his face, right? Of like, there should be people here. What's going on? And then like the camera zooms out and pulls down the hallway, and you see like 25 guards trying to capture. What did the deck of illusions throw?
Oh, do you want me to make it up or just let's say like an Etten maybe?
Okay. Yeah, so there's this giant Etten that's there and like just swinging and like everyone's just scared of it. So no one wants to get close enough to like even touch it to determine anything. And so like they're like, okay, calm down. There's these two heads just are I'm gonna no, not you, and like they start like the heads start like headbutting each other, like and arguing with each other, and like this whole thing is just going down. And like the camera zooms out as like all these people are like trying to figure out what to do with this giant Etten that's loose, and like someone's like, get a spellcaster or something in here, please. And like then they start like, and the camera zooms out and like heads down the hallway, and we see like several guards have abandoned their posts that they were supposed to be at, and from there we see our assassin just sort of casually leave.
So so Kumi is the one who's kind of managing the illusion. Celexa is kind of nonchalantly making her way to the outside of the building, and also kind of just trying to keep an eye on things. And her intention was going to be to just watch as she leaves, and then hang out outside the building. What are the chances that she spots the assassin on her way out? or when she's outside.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll roll for it to determine. So I think there's a chance, but it's not guaranteed. So we'll call it a perception check.
Sure, sounds good.
I think at the moment that the assassin is leaving the building and you might be able to see him, I think what happens is one of the guards that is like looking around, like is running by and like looks at you and like grabs you by the shoulder and says, "Come on, there's an Etten loose," and like starts running down the hall, like, and like when you don't follow, like immediately turns around and says, "Hey, you okay?"
Yeah, I just remembered that
Hey,
I'm
hey,
yeah.
I'm scared too. It's okay, but we've got each other's backs.
Okay.
How are you getting
Okay.
on?
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
Okay, great. And he turns around and like goes like charging after the Etten.
And she runs the other direction.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and I think like as this person like reaches up and grabs your shoulder to say like, "Hey, I've got you." Like we see him looking very intensely in your face, and the camera like goes out of focus, making your faces blurry, and you see from a side entrance the assassin sort of look both ways and walk fast out as you guys miss this opportunity.
All right. Well, c'est la vie. We did make some progress, and I think then so Celexa, she'll wait a few minutes to try and see if she can see anything, and then when if she doesn't, she is going to go to the place where she and Thea agreed to meet afterwards, which I believe is the Sea's Asshole.
There you go. So there we are. The two of you enter the Sea's Asshole. I think you guys enter the Sea's Asshole at separate times, but shortly after Thea enters, Celexa, you enter and you hear "For Oceana!" just chant out throughout the Sea's Asshole. And I think that's where we're going to take our break. Back in 10, everyone. everyone. Welcome back. I moved. As always, I like to take a second at the top of the show's second half to say, find a way to take care of someone or people. It is a rough time to be alive, and it's important to find a way to take care of people. Right now, I'm thinking a lot about sleep because I slept an extra hour last night, and I feel a lot better. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I should sleep an extra hour most nights. Maybe I should rearrange my schedule so I sleep more hour. And that's a form of self-care, and that's important too. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself in this stressful, rough time as well. It's important. So please do it. Also, during our break, we got into a discussion about candy corn. So I want to hear from the 7 of you who are watching, 8 of you who are watching. Candy corn, yay or nay? Let me know. Back to it, Timothy. Seems like you've been abandoned by your friends at the Sea's asshole. Is there a plot relevant way for you to end up there, or are you going to go do something else entirely? Let's find out.
Let's find out, indeed. Well, Timothy knows exactly what he wants to go do. He hasn't had a chance to do this in seemingly weeks. He's going to go fishing.
Aww, I love it.
Night fishing, is that like a thing that Timothy does sometimes?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Interesting. Cool.
Different fish, you know?
Different fish are out at night. I like it. So you're going night fishing. So what does this look like? Tell me about this. Set me up. Send me on the journey. Paint a picture for me.
I think Timothy's going to go down to like like a beach or rocky shore, or whatever it looks like here, with his poles, and he's going to kind of find a spot that is just barely far enough away from civilization, like maybe he's going to go fishing underneath like a dock or something to trying to get those fish that are hiding in crevices and next to poles and stuff. But yeah, I feel like he's earshot of people still. Mm-hmm. So like maybe he hears people who are like unloading ships or commercial fishermen working.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you're definitely in the commercial fisherman area of the island, and it's relatively quiet and peaceful. And as you are there, you hear a voice say, "Oh, Timothy." You turn. It's someone you've met a couple times before, not a lot, but Ara Lightpath, the head of the Grand Accord right now. And she looks at you and she says, "Night fishing?"
Yes, night fishing. It helps settle the mind, and it's just a beautiful night for it. Some good fish can get pulled out at night too. Very, very, very different type.
Is your mind unsettled then?
Yes, it's been a busy few weeks, and I feel like I've gone through a lot of personal growth, and all like a bunch of personal growth all at the same time is a little, it's a little scary. You know what I mean?
I do. So what unsettles your mind right now? She holds up this weird metal rod to her mouth and holds it there for a second and then holds it back down.
Are you vaping?
Oh no, it's sorry, it's a magical device. Professor Recha designed it for me. I guess it might be even scientific. Here, and she passes it to you.
What is it?
You, John, would recognize this as being a thermos.
Oh. Is that tea?
It is.
Do I recognize the tea?
Yeah, why don't you roll a perception check for me? It's very familiar.
Oh, this tea has a lovely aroma. It's quite relaxing also.
If you'd like a sip, you're welcome to it. It was a gift.
Oh, from whom?
A diplomat. I think she was trying to send a message with it. I have the lab takes looks. It's all healthy. No
Okay.
poison.
That is good. That is how I normally take my tea.
Not poisoned?
Not
Fair enough.
you know, I could very easily throw the question back at you. You are strolling out here seemingly by yourself, or are those guards with you, or?
I'm never fully alone these days, but as close as I can get.
But as I was saying, you are out here taking a walk at night, so something must be keeping you up too.
The Grand Accord, it's a beautiful idea, but it's very new. And things that have been around for a while, they have inertia. They're kept in place by the fact that they've been in place. But we don't have that yet. Prian is thinking about withdrawing. Sunera is thinking about withdrawing. Abarak hasn't really said anything about withdrawing, but if it's just me and Abarak in a room, is that a Grand Accord at all? With Kava and Chalestra at war, there's the covering has fallen. It's a lot.
It is a lot. And I mean, as you know, most people detest change. It's a lot to overcome.
That's why Illumina Starborn proposed the Accord. Some sort of stability, something that would prevent the constant struggling of the Chaos Wars. It is a beautiful ideal. But sometimes we have to do things that we don't agree with in service to protecting that ideal.
Yep, Timothy casts again. Yep, that's kind of why I'm out here too.
Something upsetting you?
I feel like I'm going down a path that 2 months ago Timothy never would have trod.
You want to talk about it?
As much as I want to, I don't think I can. I apologize. It's not that I don't trust or
say no more.
Appreciate you, but I cannot.
You could speak of it metaphorically.
At what point does at what point do you become someone different because you have abandoned your ideals and beliefs for the greater good?
That is a good question. For me, Illumina spoke beautiful poetry, but she also spoke in confusing terms. She always used metaphors of the stars. And for some reason, she was very fond of saying, orientation is what matters. The ship may be going one way, but if you're still oriented towards the star that you're following, then even if the ship is going backwards, is that a problem? Yes, but at least you're still aware of the direction that you're pushing for. So she always spoke about keeping central and close to yourself the things you believe in for a wider society, and then pushing for it.
Thank you. I will consider that. Hypothetically speaking, if someone were to, if someone were to hear that the Kavala were planning an invasion, is that something that you are already privy to and know about?
I don't have spies inside the Kavala, but I have spies near the Kavala. It's one of the daily necessities of my life. Yes, I'm aware they're not being secretive about it. They started with just violence to defend themselves, but the death of Kasher is no good for them. They've appointed a new ambassador, your friend.
So I heard, yeah. That's a surprising move.
In some ways good, though. Caliban and I do not see eye to eye, but any word he utters, I know will bind him, and therefore maybe bind the Kavala.
I agree. I do not agree with him on many fronts, but he is a man of principles, very strong principles.
Yes. Thank you for, in your roundabout way, letting me know.
You're welcome. That's how I do most things. But thank you, and thank you for the advice and tea.
This is a little weird, but you're a citizen in the Grand Accord, and I can't say this to all the citizens of the Grand Accord, so I'm gonna say it to you as like a metonymy. You're gonna stand in as part of the whole for me. And she gets quiet and she looks down for a second, and then she looks up. She looks at you in her eyes and she says, I'm really sorry that I failed to hold this peace together. And I'm sorry that I failed you.
You don't need to apologize. I appreciate that, but this is your struggle, and every peace is always every peace is always preceded by war. So I have faith that we will have a more glorious peace after this tribulation.
There's always more on the horizon. Thank you, Timothy, and good luck with your fishing.
Thank you. You keep watching your star.
You too. Not that far away from the docks. There's the sea's asshole. Crowded tonight. In fact, I think every pirate in the fleet is here or at one of the neighboring pubs or outside drunk or somewhere because they know that they are setting sail tomorrow on the morn. And they know that this is going to be their last time in port for probably a week. It's about a week's travel there. So, good stuff. And inside, we get quick glimpses. Nova already there. Nova, how much have you been drinking, and how much have you just been getting Sandra drunk?
I've definitely been drinking, but not as for every one drink that I have, it's like 2 for her.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So Sandra one leg is like 7 sheets to the wind. And you're fine. You're tipsy or whatever. So we get a shot of you pumping Sandra for information, getting mixes of like legends and half truths and exaggerations and all sorts of various things. And then we get Thea entering. Thea, what do you look like? Where are you? What's this place is chaos.
I think I look around and try to find an empty spot at the bar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's not really like a fully empty spot at the bar, but there's like half an empty spot at the bar, and if you like shove your way in, you'll be able to be there.
Yeah, I think I just kind of glance around, kind of look for Alexa, and try to shove my way into that little spot.
Perfect. Yeah. So as you're shoving your way into that little spot, someone shouts, "To Oceana! To Oceana!" And Selexa, you enter as this is being said.
I think that probably Selexa beat Thea there.
Okay.
Because she went straight from she didn't have the like following to do. She went straight from the.
Yep.
So Alexa walks in, as a tall, thin human with pale skin and long, straight, like greenish black hair, and tattoos of kelp kind of like running up her neck and like onto her jaw. And she is and she casts enhanceability on her charisma and walks in and looks for Oceana.
Yeah. Despite the mad chaos of this place, everyone is getting very, very drunk and lots of mess going on. You spot Oceana really easily. She's in the corner of this place. There's like a not a booth, but like a VIP lounge almost area where it's like it's slightly recessed into the wall. And like it's nice, but it's also substantially quieter over there than it is everywhere else. They must have some sort of soundproofing spell. If not a soundproofing spell, then at least a noise lessening spell over there. And she's sitting there quietly having a conversation with someone, and just sort of intently speaking with them.
Okay. Selexa will she is going to grab a couple of drinks from the bar, and she is going to walk over and if there's two, she's talking to somebody there, she's going to put 3 shots down on the table and say, when you have a moment, I think I just wanted to follow up on our conversation from earlier.
Is this the same disguise you were in last time?
No, she hasn't. So I think last time she saw Selexa just as she is.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But tonight it seemed a little bit crazy, and so she thought she'd try to blend in a little bit more.
Sounds good to me. Selexa looks at you. Sorry, Oceana looks at you and says, "I think I'd remember a face like yours."
You told me just a few hours ago that if I ever wanted to go sailing, to come back and talk to you, and I told you I would, and here I am.
She nods. Barkin, scoot. And the fella, I think he's a kobold. He looks up and he says, "Can I take the shot though?" Fine. Grabs the shot from the table. Cheers. Walks off. Sit. What do I call you in disguise?
Oh, you can just call me Celexa. It's fine. No, I don't think many people here know me by name. But I didn't want to. I didn't want to draw more attention than necessary at the moment.
This is your form of not drawing attention?
Well, I mean, look
at
around
yourself in the mirror.
Look around the place. Anyways, I thought twice about what you said, and that you're leaving tomorrow. And I think my associates and I would like to join you.
Headed to Chalestra?
Headed to Chalestra, and don't worry, we wouldn't ask for anything other than just a peaceful ride. We wanted to go that way anyways, and the fact that you're on your way and are with such a, she kind of looks around, skilled and reputable crew, makes just it seemed like too good of an opportunity to pass up.
Well, you're welcome to come along. Berth on my ship is available, as I said, but I have to leave you in Racy. I've got business to attend to after that, and I'm not taking extra guests.
Oh no, that's where we're headed anyways. So, did you want to meet my have you met my colleagues yet?
It's the 5 of you who fought in the ring?
Yeah.
No, I haven't yet.
Celexa looks around and she spots Thea and she spotted Thea and Nova when she came in.
Yeah.
So she is going to cast a message at both of them independently and just say, "Hey, it's me. I'm over here in the corner."
What?
She like leans out of the booth and winks at them.
You see a woman with black green hair and kelp tattoos going up the side of her face, and she like leans out and winks at you.
Okay.
I think this is also the moment that Thea and Nova see each other for the first time.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, so Thea, Nova, I assume you guys are heading over there. Do you guys chat with each other on your way? Say anything to each other?
How did that thing go that you guys were doing?
Pretty well. Pretty successful, I'd say. Maybe. Got some good info.
Good.
How about you?
Oh, I've just been bumming around. Nothing exciting.
Sounds fun.
This is a great bar.
Yeah. And I think as we're walking towards the table, just very nonchalantly, like sometimes Theo will just like take a glass off a table and like just have it and like drink something, and then there's enough going on.
Yeah, of course. It's total chaos. There's like literal fist fights in here semi-regularly this night that don't stop anyone.
Fist fights or fish fights?
Fist
fights? Okay, not fish fight.
No fish fights. Fist fights. Fish fight sounds fun though. I can just see Timothy slapping someone trout slapping someone, you know, bass slapping, anemone slapping. No, sorry. Pardon me. Okay, so you guys make it over there, and you see our dark-skinned woman with long curly hair, black, and she looks at you all and nods. She's taken her hat off, but it's a tri-corner hat, but she's still got her glorious blue jacket on, that is like ankle-length jacket. And she looks at you guys and she says, "I saw you fight."
Oh,
Yeah.
are you a fan?
You won me some money, so I'll say yes. Hi, I'm Oceana, and she reaches out a hand.
Nova
Hi.
shakes vigorously.
Opposite to Theo.
I do a regular handshake.
Oceana here has graciously agreed to give us passage to Racy tomorrow. I'm sure mostly in honor of the money that we won her, I'm sure. But
Also, it happens to be where I'm going.
may it not be the last time that we make you money.
Seems well enough to me. So, what's your business in Racy?
Our other colleague, who you, I believe, haven't met yet. He's from there. He's gonna show us around a bit.
Cleric fellow, right? One of the Kutsong worshippers?
Not him.
Yeah, he got it.
Sorry, the fisherman. Bad with a sword.
Yeah, that's. I think you've definitely got him. You've got him nailed down for sure.
Yeah.
But he's he's surprisingly talented in other ways.
There are many ways to relate to the world beyond violence. Violence just tends to be the most effective. So you're going. Sorry, did you say to visit his family?
Possibly. He said he would show us around.
You're going as a tourist to a city that's suffering from a plague right now.
Yeah. Would you say it's a bad idea?
Yes, it's a plague. Not many people travel into a plague, you know.
Well, yeah, I don't really know what to tell you other than I'm not. I wouldn't dream to ask. I wouldn't dream of asking what your business is after Racy. And we might have some side stops to do other than that are not tourism when we're there.
I figured as much.
But
you know I'm a pirate, right?
Well, yes. But
so you know already that I have no compunction about, not following all the laws.
That may be true, but even a pirate can have other more, I don't know, unsavory associations.
My loyalties are to my men.
Well, I guess all I can really say, and I think I speak for all of us here, that seems like things aren't going so well in in the Grand Accord or Chalestra or the Kava. And we're doing our best to try and swing them in a better direction. And in fact, I believe I did tell you just today that we have been looking into the murder of the ambassador from Kava.
Yes, but since then I've learned some information about the ambassador of the Kava.
What?
What information?
What might you have?
The Kava is preparing an invasion of my homeland. I don't have much loyalty to my homeland, but an invasion is only good for business some of the time.
Well, I guess I'm thinking of a saying that my family often attributed to my great grandmother, which is the only way out is through. And seems like in this case, without finding the truth of what happened, I don't really see how there can be how we can avoid conflict and war and more deaths. So
Your great grandmother said the only way out is through?
She said this as she was planning the overthrow of the rulers of Sunera in the Great Wars. And
oh my God, what was your great grandmother's name?
Her name was.
I don't want to
know. Oh, you might have heard of her. Her name was Argana Twain.
Oh my God. Oh God.
What does that ring a bell?
My father got around with your great grandmother. Good to know.
Well, that's that would not even be the wildest story by far that I have heard about her. And would you believe that's not even the first time I've had this conversation?
Yeah, that does not surprise me. It's not the first time I've had this conversation too. It's not even the first time today that I've had this conversation, honestly.
Well, so I guess to family, and she raises her glass.
The only way out is through.
Yeah, exactly. What time tomorrow?
There's a tide that we're gonna catch. It's about a half hour past dawn. Don't be late.
Sounds fun.
Okay. All right.
I'm just thinking about the absurdity of my father with your great grandmother in the middle of a revolution.
Well, it probably won't be the last time. Not the first time, and probably won't be the last time either, right?
No, seems unlikely.
But we'll, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there might be more to unpack there. But there's a long voyage ahead.
Yeah. Well, good luck finding your murderer. It was nice to meet you, Thea and Nova.
See you in the morning.
Yeah.
Docking Bay 94.
I'll write that down.
Beautiful. And the drinking continues, and the partying continues, and the fisticuffs continue. Broken glasses continue. You can tell that the owner of the Seas asshole is like totally fine with all the broken glasses because he is making so much money tonight. There's just way too much flowing. And pirates are, it turns out, generous on their first day before leaving or their first day back.
Does Thea share about the what happened?
Yeah, I think once we get away from Oceana, then I'll tell Celexa. And I think I'll tell Nova too, since she's there. So, like, I don't know, if we want to find this dirty hotel, check things out in there, or we could check out that fish stall. I don't know what's more promising.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I feel like we're not going to get real far with the hotel tonight. If we're leaving early in the morning.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, so maybe we should check out the woman at the fish stall who took that bag. She did tell him there still had to be a payment made.
That's
it's
a
quite
good point.
big.
Yeah. I wonder. I feel like this is something that we can't take care of before we leave. I feel like it's just too much. Who can we tell? Who could keep an eye on this for us?
Is the goal to get this guy recaptured?
I mean that, and also to perhaps to see who this lady at the fish market is and keep an eye. I mean, if he's going to go back, maybe they can nab both of them.
Yeah, I think we kind of want to follow the channel going up to whoever put this, called for this assassination.
Yeah. So who could we trust with that?
Oh, what about your friend? What's her name? Recha?
She might know who to talk to.
Yeah, she seems like she has connections.
We should go then, early tomorrow. Let's go early in the morning to see her and let her know.
Nova, how do you feel about that? Sorry, I just want to check in. Nova, how do you feel about that?
Feel about talking to Recha?
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know that I mean, I think I kind of just want to find out more about her. So maybe by inserting myself into this mission, I will find out more about her.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, let's save it for I don't really know where she'd be right at this moment, so let's save it for the morning.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty beat. It's been a day, and we should probably check in with Timothy too.
Sure.
He'll be excited about early morning boat.
Oh, but did we decide? Because he doesn't know about the whole letting the assassin go thing, right?
I don't feel like he'd be into that.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, me neither.
So I think something happens here. Relatively minor. You guys are outside the Sea's asshole, quietly having this conversation, when someone comes up to you, Celexa, clearly drunk, clearly a pirate, and looks at you and he says, "You're Trixie. You're trying to pull one over on the captain."
Do I know you?
"I saw you. You were having a drink with the captain. You were lying about something."
Alexa
Well-
lying about something. That wouldn't happen.
Who's
I
Celexa?
did.
Huh? Sorry, what was
Who's
that?
Celexa? Who's Celexa?
What are you talking about?
What?
Here, have another.
So Alexa at this point is going to tell him, my friend, I think you need a couple more drinks, and I think
You're trying to bribe me? Because I'm a pirate, and we have a code about accepting bribes.
No, not bribing. I think you'll buy them, and you're going to go drink them right now. And she's going to cast suggestion on him.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the saving throw?
One moment. I don't know if the fact that he's already drunk plays into this at all, but we'll see. Her, where is it? 16, and that's wisdom save, I believe.
Oh! Even at disadvantage.
All right.
He succeeds and he says, "Hey, are you trying to cast a spell on me?" And he like pulls back his fist to like deck you across the jaw.
I would like to tackle him.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll an athletics check. This will be contested. He's at disadvantage because he's drunk, so he gets a 9. Yeah, so you tackle him to the ground and he just falls down. And I think like just he's already incredibly drunk, so you just like you tackle him to the ground and like he just bangs his jaw on the floor and like closes his mouth really quickly and like his eyes go wide. And he passes out.
We should probably leave.
Timothy?
Am I close enough to where maybe I heard him shouting, "Who's Alexa? Who's Alexa?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Then as that happens, I will trot up and go, "Making new friends?"
You know.
The party, Timothy.
Slugs is in disguise, by the way, still just to remind everyone for the scene.
Oh, hi, Timothy. Yeah, we were just talking about you.
Only good things, I hope. It looks like you three have had some fun.
Yeah, we can call it fun. Passage confirmed for tomorrow, but we have to be there around dawn.
Fine by me. That's easily done. Easily done.
Not late, says Timothy. Sorry.
Um, yeah, fantastic. Well, let's go. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, let's go catch some rest and be ready for the day tomorrow.
Okay. So you all go to bed. And we'll say that you get a long rest. It's probably too short technically to get a long rest because you're up late and up early and all that good stuff. But whatever. I'm just gonna hand wave that away a little bit. Anyone have anything that they're doing before they hop on the ship?
I would like to leave a note for the little girl that I was sword fighting with.
Yeah. What do you say?
I say, sorry, had to jump on a ship. We'll continue when I get back.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Timothy, you got anything you're doing this morning before we hop on the ship?
Yeah. I'm gonna run down to Thea's room.
Okay.
I'll knock.
Yeah, come in.
Oh, thanks. Hey, did you get my letter? I mean, well, it doesn't matter. I'm here. I just wanted to have a quick chat with you.
Oh, this is your handwriting? Oh, it's really nice.
Thank you. Well, when you have to copy out your graduate thesis 50 times.
Oh God. Sorry.
I guess you get good at it.
Yeah. Hey, so can we talk here? Are we good? We're good to talk here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Have you thought anything regarding your friends?
I think it's best if we keep them close. And
Yeah.
I think Thea's gonna take them out of their hiding spot, open up the floor, and like take them out. I think I should.
You can definitely feel. Pardon me. You can definitely feel Zaris just sort of reach out and like softly touch your mind.
I think Thea gets a look of kind of comfort when it happens. Yeah, I don't know if everybody is going to be on board with this. So
be on board with having them on board?
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. I was thinking, I'm here to volunteer my help, my services. If you'd like me to help you, what would the pirates say? Smuggle them on board?
Yeah, that'd be great. Smuggle them on board. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not much of a smuggler, but if I can help in any way.
Yeah, I was thinking I would just kind of, nobody's going to be searching our stuff. At least I think. So I can kind of hide them amongst my things, and maybe I can hide some in some of your things.
Sure. Yeah. If you need to, that's fine.
Yeah, split them up.
Great. And we'll figure out a system to check on them on the boat so no one gets suspicious.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I had a quick question for you too, more long term. I have friends, marine biologists and such, other scientists in Chalestra, who I think one would be fascinated in studying them, and two, I know them personally, and I know that they treat animals kindly. Obviously, these are more than animals, but I was wondering if you would feel comfortable with me reaching out to them.
So they can study them?
Study and maybe figure out a long-term plan. I mean, also it would be helpful to have someone else, helping take care of them, kind of free you up.
Yeah. Just to be clear, when you say long-term plan, do you mean finding homes for them or keeping them somewhere?
Either way, I don't, with study, maybe we could figure out a way that they would not have to live in a sentient being,
I mean, I know they've told me they do want friends,
Mm-hmm.
Would it be appropriate to do like an insight check on Timothy?
Yeah, I think that's appropriate.
10.
Yeah, so Timothy, what are like, I mean, on a surface level, what are you thinking? Like you're thinking science is good, research is good, this will probably work out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you get, Thea.
I want what's best for them. I want to get what they want for them.
Sure. I get it. And just think about it. Maybe we'll have plenty of time on the boat for thinking, and we won't even be in the college area for a while. But if the opportunity presents itself, maybe just think about it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll think about it.
Thanks. Everything okay yesterday? You and Slexa were gone for a while.
Oh yeah, we're just running some errands. But here, I think I hand Timothy a couple of brain shrimp. Maybe you want to take some of these?
Sure. I have a jar, maybe.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Yeah, so you've got a jar, with some brain shrimp in it. The world that we imagine we live in. Yeah, so you have a jar with some brain shrimp in it. I love it. Do you want to question her about her loyalties at all? You that's a belief. I just want to put that, like, you're here with her if you want to. Not saying you have to, but
yeah, is that okay? Can we have that scene quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Hey, yeah, you of all people have been thrust into such a bizarre situation. I mean, with the whole and everything, but you never really told us what you did before meeting up with all of us.
Oh, well, I guess I was just, in my village and one of many children in my family. Nothing much.
What village is that again? Where are you from? Sorry, I forgot.
I'm from Sunera, the village of blah blah.
Oh yeah, I passed through there once on a fishing expedition.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think anybody visited there. It's pretty boring. Gotta say.
Oh, lovely, nonetheless. Yeah, just wondering, how are you feeling about this whole Magley Black Eye situation? Pretty wild, right?
Well, yeah, I mean he seems pretty bad. Right?
Yeah, pretty bad.
And yeah, it seems like a lot of people think he's bad.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Gosh, what would you do if you could just get your way?
I don't know. Maybe I'd just get rid of that guy.
Yeah.
Maybe find him a good brain shrimp friend. I don't know. He seems pretty chaotic. Maybe a companion could, even him out.
That's an interesting proposition.
Oh right, and Timothy here, and I pull out a vial. Here, I took a little sample of some of that mind control fluid from my office.
Oh, great! Thanks. Yeah, great. So everything good with that? The things went well. We can trust Alexa.
It's a good question. It's a good question. Well, let's figure that out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, I'm gonna go put these in with my other things, but maybe I'll hide them in with my bait. No one will think twice.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Thanks. See you in a bit.
Timothy, do you feel like you got your answers or no?
Not 100%, but we're on the way.
Yeah, we're working towards that. I like it. Feels good to me. So it's Timothy's things he wanted to do before the ship this morning. So Thea, do you have anything that you do after Timothy leaves your room?
So as far as talking to Recha, is that just gonna be Celexa, or is that multiple?
I feel like you could go with her.
What was that?
I feel like you could go with her.
Yeah, I think I'll go with her.
Okay. And then let's check in then with Celexa. What about you? Before you go meet Recha with Thea and maybe Nova? I don't know. Yeah.
Celexa is actually going to be giving Recha a quick call on the sending stone. Mm-hmm. And she's going to say, yeah, does Recha answer?
Yes.
So I know we were going to meet with Masozi this morning, but it turns out our ship is leaving shortly. Can you find out? Can you talk to him and find out what he was doing there? We think he was there when Kasha was murdered.
I'll ask. Don't lose this.
We're going to. Sorry.
Don't lose this stone.
I will keep it close. We're going to come by with some information in a few minutes on our way out.
We?
Me and Thea and Nova. I thought it would be better if I thought it would be better. Well, Nova suggested talking to you, and I thought it would be better if we came together.
Very well.
So just in your role as professor, I guess is I think what she meant, but she might be fishing. So, I just thought I'd roll with it. We'll see you in a few minutes.
So Nova, you knock on Slexa's door, and like Slexa, like you finish saying, "We'll see you in a few minutes," as like you hear the knock.
Coming. She pockets the stone and comes and says, "Hi, good morning. Are you all packed? We should be going soon."
Yeah. Did I hear her talking in her room?
Yeah. Why don't you roll a perception check? There's a wall in the way. I'm going to give you disadvantage.
Okay.
Nope, definitely not.
Yeah. Let's go. We got Thea.
Yeah. Let's grab Thea and head out. So yeah, so I think we're just gonna go and check in with Recha, right? We're just gonna let her know what happened last night.
Yeah.
You guys approach Thea's room and you see Timothy leaving it, holding a jar.
See you on the boat.
Early breakfast, huh?
Something like that. Bye.
Hey, Fee. Let's hit it.
All right, let's go.
So the three of you make your way back over to Professor Wretch's lab, and you enter. And I think as you enter, there's like this huge, and smoke is everywhere, and you see, and this woman turns to you. She's wearing like goggles to block her eyes, and smoke is everywhere. And she's trying to waft it away. Her face just has like a starburst of soot on it, and she looks at you guys and says, "Good evening."
It's morning.
What? No, it couldn't. Is that dawn light? Wow. I was up all night working. Well, names, Celexa and,
Nova.
Nova, right, and,
Yeah.
Tiana?
Thea.
Right, Thea. Right. Hi. What can I do for you?
We have some maybe information we'd like you to, or some things we'd like you to keep an eye on.
I certainly appreciate information.
I think so. I tell her about the fish stand and the assassin going there, and yeah,
The assassin seemed to work for them?
it seemed like they made a transaction and they were fixing something.
Did you notice if the woman working at the fish stand, did she have 5 fingers on her left hand?
Did she?
Roll a wisdom saving throw. No. One of her fingers was missing. She had 4 fingers on her left hand.
She had 4 fingers on her left hand.
Well, it was a professional attempt. There's a guild. It's a thieves guild, not really based here, but people high enough in the guild to show their loyalty remove a finger.
Ouch.
It's a thing, crude, I think, but an effective symbol, and caused them to stand out a little bit. But that's interesting to know that they'll sell their services that way. Means they're encroaching on our. They don't typically operate in the shimmering seas. They're from across the seas to the other side, the eastern end.
We weren't really sure who to talk to or who to tell. Do you think, like, should we talk to the guard or anything? Or can you let them know? I don't know if they'll do anything about it.
Of course, yes. I'll let the guards know, and also Aura, Lightpath, and more importantly, Roland. And I'll stick some people from the Order of Starlight on it. And we'll see if we can solve this. It's certainly not good to have a thieves guild from a rival country encroaching on your territory. I mean, a thieves guild is a thieves guild. Thieves guilds are part of the ecosystem of existence in this life, but you don't really want the thieves guild from a foreign nation just inside your territory operating, like, particularly not in a way that they assassinate officials.
Yeah, that seems from what do you remember Timothy? Do you remember Timothy, our other compatriot? From what he was saying, it was a rough scene.
Is he a cold?
Is he sorry?
Is he a cold, Timothy?
A cold.
Kobold.
A kobold. Oh, you must be thinking of another Timothy.
Right.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry. I can see you're very busy.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Of course.
While we're having this conversation, I'd like to be looking around the room and see if I can, like, notice anything strange or hear her say anything that makes her seem more spy-like.
Yeah. Why don't you roll? I'll allow an insight check here.
Okay. And I'd like to add a superiority die.
Go for it. Nice. That puts you at 23. That could win. Oh no, sorry. You can pick up anything that you can pick up. If you are suspicious, then you should feel free to have Nova be suspicious. But mechanically, she has set up her room perfectly. It doesn't look like anything other than a mad scientist's lab. Chaos everywhere. Things knocked over, falling over, experiments going. Every once in a while, there's a poof, as a puff of smoke and air comes up from somewhere unexpected. Everything's a little bit of a mess.
Does it seem like she noticed that we were in here, or like, did anything move since we were here last?
Yeah, lots of things have moved. Boxes have been shuffled around, tables have been pushed. She's not keen on having one organization. So everything is like in flux and chaos. In fact, I think I would even go so far as to say it would be difficult to determine whether like you were here at all. Because all the signs of your passing has been shuffled. So
Okay.
Roland will know what to do. So when it comes to the spies and the Thieves Guild from a rival country.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, if anybody would know what to do, he would.
Weird. Ribbonholm. Interesting. Well, have a safe voyage.
Thanks for your help. Much appreciated.
And thank you for the information. Novana, Tiara, Selexa, thank you for your information. Really helpful. We'll put good use of it and get good people on it.
Okay, to the docks.
Yeah. And to the docks you all go. And Oceana is standing on top of a ship. You see the last of a large cargo of wheat being loaded onto her ship. You see that there are several ships already out to sea. And she looks down at you guys and says, Barkin, and little kobold shows up. She says, can you help them with their stuff? And like this little kobold like whistles out 6 names, and 7 people just come running down and start picking up your bags and suitcases or whatever you have. She says, it'll be a little cramped on the ships, but you'll make do. 2 doors though. And she welcomes you onto the sea's embrace. And I think that's where we will end today's episode. On the ship, about to take our journey. And all those many good things. Let's check in on our beliefs and all that good stuff. Yeah? Yeah. What are we doing here? What am I doing here? I'm doing it over here. Perfect. Cool. Let's do this thing. Timothy, how'd you do on your beliefs?
I worked toward number 1, the brain shrimp, working with Thea to hide them on the boat, and potentially will reach out to the scientific community.
Sounds good to me. I also would like to say your guiding light was triggered. I think you did endanger the mission, although it ended up not being that dangerous. But by telling Ara about the invasion, giving Ara light path that information, you were potentially giving up information that you had to try and save people's lives. So I would like to call that triggered. Is that okay?
Absolutely, yeah. That was definitely a little foolhardy. And then number 2, yes, definitely started working toward that, vetting my teammates.
Yes, I agree. You've begun doing it. I think Timothy may even be beginning to see that he's not entirely certain if he is good at doing this or how to go about doing this. So that'll be interesting as well to see him develop opinions about that. Excellent. Nova.
I think I might have thrown myself into danger by tackling that guy who was going to hit Selexa.
100%.
Okay. I started on the other ones. I don't know if I completed them, but one was to do some snooping about Oceana.
Yeah, I think you definitely did some snooping about Oceana. It's your decision whether you feel like you've done enough snooping to have a full picture, or if you feel like you need to do more.
I think I'll probably do more snooping on the ship.
Sounds good. Then we'll call it one.
And then belief to find out what I can find out about Shalestra. I think I'm working towards that still.
Yep, I agree. Giving yourself a point for that feels appropriate. Asking Timothy is a good source of the beginning of information and all good things. Thea.
Yeah. So I think I work towards first belief. Want to further investigate the assassin and the prince guy. Prince guy. And then second belief, helping the brain shrimp. I think I work towards that.
I agree. And what about your guiding light?
Getting closer to the team. I feel like I got closer to majority.
Yeah, I agree. I think going on adventures with Celexa is getting closer to Celexa, definitely. You went on some minor adventures with Nova. There's still nothing, like, it wasn't major. But then you approached Timothy about helping you with the brain trip. And that's something that's been on your mind, but getting assistance from the team is nice as well. So I agree.
Yeah, so you're getting closer to Celexa, but you still don't trust her.
Yeah.
Celexa has depth and layers. It's hard to trust someone who has depth and layers. Most people have depth and layers. It makes it hard to trust anyone. There's always
Fair.
the gap. It's hard to breach the gap. Celexa, how you doing?
Let's see. Guiding light, I don't feel like
I think I've more situations where it's directly challenged. I have some ideas, but I haven't really put them into motion, and I could push it more. I think that's on. I think you do not earn that, but I think that's on me, and I want you to know that that's on me. It's not on you.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's no big deal. I was focusing on other stuff today, so that's okay. My belief number one about freeing the assassin and following him, I feel like that feels complete as much as it can be right now. So I think that's going to be like, because we found out as much as we can, and then we kind of like found out he's working for the thieves guild, and then it's now in Wretch's hands. That seems about as complete as it can be for now.
Absolutely, yeah. He was hired. He was hired. He works for a thieves guild from another country. But you don't know who hired him, but you do know that he works for a thieves guild from another country, and someone hired him. So there you go.
And we've got somebody working on it as well. Exactly. And then belief two also I think was successful. Basically, like he managed to make it happen. Like she got the entire party on board, and she talked to Oceana and got everybody there and tied up loose ends and made this whole shift in direction happen. So I think that was also successful.
This is a minor question, and it's more just tapping into your mind as Celexa. Does Celexa feel that this belief was a failure because you failed to get Caliban on board? Obviously, we know that there's like meta reasons why that happened, but I'm wondering how Celexa feels.
Right. Good question. I think that she, like, maybe on some level, but right now she's like too pissed to acknowledge that. Like,
totally reasonable.
She's like her service level emotion is just that asshole is abandoning us and basically like betraying us to go and chase his thing, that he can be a big shot. And there's, I think that there's that underneath layer of like being angry with herself for not getting the whole party on board for sure. But,
yeah, still giving you 2 points, of course, because that seems it would be like just insanely cruel for me to say no, only 1 point, because of things that there were no way for you to control. But no, but it's a nice little insight into Slex's psyche. I'm excited to see how that all works out. Well, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. We had a great time. We've got lots of shows on this channel. Come check out some of our other stuff. We got shows every Sunday, Thursday, and Friday. The Sunday at noon PST. All these times are going to be PST. Thursday at 10:30 and 5:30 PST, and then and then Fridays at 6 PST. No, 5:30 PST. I'm so bad at this. It's amazing how bad at this I am. I've always been bad at this. Even when I was Even when I was like a public school teacher, and the schedule was like 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock every day. No. There's a schedule down below. You can take a look at it. But we have lots of shows on this channel. You should come check them out. Heck, you know what? If you are confused by anything that I just said, but you want to know what time the shows are, I recommend following the channel, because then you'll get a little alert and or notification when we go live, and then you'll know, hey, they're live, and that's a super convenient and fun thing to do as well. So please come check out the show. Come check out some of the other stuff we're doing, and take care of yourself. Remember, self-care is an important thing to do. Sometimes you yourself are less privileged than you could be, and so, as by my own logic, you must help yourself as well. So please, please, please take care of yourself. And as always, the best advice I can give you is don't forget to call your cat and feed your mom. Bye, everyone.